And if you want to play music, please just do that at home for yourselves. So we are going to start just on hands and knees. And make sure you've got plenty of padding underneath you so that you're not in any way going to be on something hard and unyielding. And just sort of let the tummy drop a little bit. Let the shoulders drop a little bit. And we're actually going to come down onto the elbows and just bow the crown of the head and spread the shoulders out to the sides. And just start to let everything soften. So maybe the head gently moves downwards towards the ground. And starting to take a few longer exhalations. And feel free to sigh through the mouth. So starting to deepen the breath. And getting an idea of the exchange of the inhalation, bringing energy and light into the body. And the exhalation, just letting go of anything that you really don't need anymore. And then with the breath, we're just going to start a gentle bit of rocking. So little gentle movements forwards and backwards. And try and make the movements a little bit rhythmic. Good. Maybe lining up the breath with the movement. And maybe the hips go a little bit further back and the shoulders come a little bit further forward with the next few rocking shapes. And then we're going to change to a hammock-like swinging in slow motion from left to right. And just inviting the body to be as soft and fluid as possible. Feeling the breath. And then we're just going to drop the hips down and come into a soft version of child's pose. And just rest the head in the hands. And let the back soften and melt. And if you need to put some props between the heels and the sitting bones, then go ahead and make yourself really comfortable. And just softening around the breath. And letting the hands hold the head. And letting the breath move through the body. See if you can melt the shoulders down. And just sort of listen to the gentle flow of breath. And almost as you inhale, like the breath is illuminating and physically lightening. So, like a helium balloon slightly filling up. And soften the belly. Feel the flow of gravity through the skeleton. And then we're going to slowly bring ourselves forwards and just be really aware of the weight moving. And we're just going to take ourselves onto the side body. So the legs are just comfortably bent, and come down onto the elbow. So the arms facing forwards. And we're just going to, like the movement of cat-cow, lift the upper chest up towards the ceiling and then drop it down so the shoulder moves away. And it's like you're trying to get your ribs down to the ground. And let the movement continue and sort of melt the side body. And come back up again. And if you feel like you want something a little bit more dynamic, you could lift the top arm. And then we'll come back down again. So sliding the shoulder away from you, dropping the whole ribs down towards the ground, and feel that opening around the armpit and the top of the chest there. And come back up. So what we're going to do is take the foot, mine's the left foot in front, on top of the right leg. And we're just going to do some soft, so lift up, and we're just going to do a bit of soft twisting. So quite organic, just moving from one side to the other, being really fluid and soft. And then the next time you're gazing back towards your bent legs, lift the right heel up, so the leg that's furthest away, lift the heel up and keep the knee down. And then drop the foot and lift the knee, so you're getting a rotation. And sort of feel into that. We'll do one more of those. So drop the knee, lift the foot, and release back down. And we're going to bring the back leg over and rest it on top of the knee. So you've done like a triangle and a triangle. And again, we're just going to move a little bit, flowing over and backwards. So we're doing a lot of kidney and adrenal work here. So you can take the arm over. And then keeping the right leg out to the side, we're going to come over into half frog. So it's like where frog meets cobra. So just soften the leg out to the side. Soften the shoulders, maybe a block under the head, or just using the hands. I like to put the thumbs at the third eye center, just gazing downwards, letting the belly soften, shoulders melt. And that idea of the body lifting with that luminous breath as you inhale and releasing downwards as you exhale. And tuning into the minute movements within the body as the breath flows and ebbs. Really let the belly soften to the ground. And let the gravity move through the body. And then we're simply going to drop the arms down, take the right leg back, and we're going to come into version of Cobra. But what I'd like you to do is just with the elbows bent, head facing downwards, rock the belly left to right, or like in a sinuous S shape. So you're getting a little bit of movement through the pubic bone, the hips on the ground. And then go in the opposite direction. So you're drawing the elbows back towards you, but they're not moving. And you're just pulling the tummy forwards a little bit and backwards a little bit. So let the body be sort of soft and wobbly. Good. And then just drop the chest down another bit and wobble the belly. So this is the vagus nerve, just getting a really gentle massage. So moving the hips left to right just a little bit, as fast or as slow as you like. And again, moving forwards and backwards. Coming back up to a sphinx shape. And then we're going to take the left arm under the right, so threading the needle. Drop the left shoulder, so melt the left ribs, the left shoulder. Your head might want to be on a block or on your hand. Feel the wings of the shoulder blades opening and making space behind the heart. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the right leg out to the side in the same frog shape as we had previously. And we're going to roll onto our backs and come into a side twist. So back is on the ground, well, side body to begin. Spread the arm out. Adjust yourself by moving the head. And if you like, you can have the knees bent more close together, or you can go with a more sort of splayed version. And we're going to stay here for a bit longer for this pose. So making sure you're comfortable enough, warm enough, propped up enough. So letting go and always returning to that breath, feeling the journey of the inhalation and the exhalation. Moving through the tissues and landscape of the body, just seeing if there's anything you can release downwards into the ground. And then slowly spiral out of that by rolling completely onto the back for a moment for a rebound. And just have the soles of the feet to the ground, palms facing upwards, and let the whole weight of the back rest downwards. And then we're going to go to the other side. We're going to start laying down. So we'll take the left leg over and we're going to go in the opposite direction here. So the left leg is over, we're back into our side twist. Letting the shoulders release. Feeling the lightness of breath, that luminous light quality of the inhalations. And then in the same way we came over, so lift the left arm and take it over, and you come into your threaded needle shape. And you've got your left leg out this time. So at the moment we've got a threaded needle and a half frog just as we transition. And then come back through to your half frog shape. So it's cobra and half frog. Really let the shoulders release down the back. Letting the belly soften. Definitely feeling that sensation of gravity pouring gently, steadily down through the body. And if you feel inclined to move the head gently, follow that. And do one more breath here. And then we're going to take the right leg and bend that too. And we're going to work our way back around this sort of triangular shapes. So the left leg is on top, the right leg is below. Gazing, gliding as fluidly as possible. So don't be in any rush with the gentle movements. And then we'll take the left leg behind. So the foot, the sole of the right foot's resting on the just above the knee. We'll lift the left heel up to the ceiling and drop the heel down. Lift the knee up and down. Lift the heel. Come down. And then you might want to keep the legs in this sort of two triangles, or you might want to bring them a bit closer together. And we're going to do this softening down, so dropping the ribs down towards the ground. And drawing back up, down towards the ground. So really opening all the way from the armpit down the side of the body. And then we'll make our way up. We're going to come into deer pose. So lots of triangles this evening. So right leg is in front. And you can make this as tight a shape or as loose a shape as your body desires. So I always like to have a bit of a move around. So right leg in front, you can bring the heel in or leave it out as you desire. You can have the lower leg tucked under the thigh or out to the side. You might want bolster in front of you. And then just tilt yourself forwards and lengthen through the side body. Whatever it is you need to feel comfortable. If anything's feeling tight, you can literally just sort of spread the posture to be a looser iteration. So just really finding a place which feels good, but also has that soft yin edge. Really soften the shoulders. Let that breath flow. So in this different body shape, exploring the in-breath, the pause, the out-breath, the pause. Softening the skin on the back body, the layers of muscles, just letting everything soften, melting. Good. And take another inhalation and exhalation. Keep the head bowed down and use the hands to just gently bring the body up and take the arms back as a suggested rebound. Letting the body settle in this new shape. And when you're ready, we're going to unfold both legs and come into a version of dragonfly. So, some nice, nourishing options are to have the bolster hugged into the chest and leaning forwards, or have the head resting, or it could be a yoga mat just resting into the top of the bolster. If you don't have props, you could lean up against the side of a bed or an armchair. Remembering to release downwards. Is there something more you can release, relax, or let go of? Deepening the breath. Release the prop and use the hands again to just tilt yourself backwards and tip the heart upwards. And just letting that shape echo through the body, tuning into sensation, breath, after effect. And then when you're ready, we'll bend the left leg and start shifting ourselves into the other side of this loose triangle shape. So left lower leg out front. Choose what angle you want the shapes to be. Get yourself so that you feel comfortable. Enough support in front of you to lean forward in some form. You can have a block to rest the head on, or using the hands to hold the head. And again, just dissolving down. Really let the shoulders soften. Make sure their teeth are separated and that the jaw is soft. A light and easeful breath. Is there a place you could soften around the shoulders, around the eyes, around the ribs, into the depths of the hips? Letting go. So another deep breath in. And in that slow, gentle, and deliberate way, making our way back up and just leaning back and feeling the effects of movement, gravity. Do feel free if you prefer to move in between the longer holds So the last of our yin postures for tonight, there's a couple of options. So if you have something you can lay on, you can either have the base of the spine towards the bolster and just release the back backwards. But for some people, that can feel too strong on the back. So the next option would be to take a block behind the bolster, lift yourself more onto the bolster, take yourself back so that the shoulders are further beyond the bolster. So there's a liberation of the shoulders and the head rests on a block and the shoulders can just drape out to the sides. Knees can be bent, they can be straight, or soles of the feet can rest gently together or cross, whichever posture feels good to you. And just letting yourself sink, feeling the support of the ground or the bolster. Another few breaths, enjoying that opening in the back body, space around the shoulders, and that wide opening across the front of the body. So, in a slow and gentle way, I usually just sort of roll gently off the bolster or prop to one side and stay there a moment, many moments. And then we're going to make our way towards relaxation. So just get yourself really comfortable, maybe something under the knees, lower the lights, plenty of blankets and cozy elements. And bring the body to rest. Do you have something you could put on your eyes? A slightly weighted thing can be really nice, or and settling down. So getting really comfortable with the back on the ground. Making any gentle movements you need if there's any stiffness or tension in the body, just moving enough so that you can rest easily. And then just really becoming heavier and softer. Become aware of the sounds in the room and let the attention just move from one sound to the next, to the next. Take a few longer exhales. And just feeling any tension unwinding from the body. And with each new breath, feel that luminous quality, a lightness, both in the sensation and lightness in the color. Freedom of breath moving in. And soften the eyes and let them drift. And we'll do a rotation of awareness. So starting with the left eye, really soften the lid of the eye, surface of the eye, and the whole eye shape, softening, releasing. The right eye, the details, the lid, lashes, eye, the whole eye relaxing. Both eyes together, spacious and relaxing. The nose, the mouth, the tongue, the jaw. A little spaciousness and lightness in the jaw. The left ear, right ear, and feel the skull just soften. Crown of the head, both ears together, back of the head, back of the neck, front of the throat. So the whole head supported, softening, melting. We'll take the awareness to the back of the body. And we're going to move from the nape of the neck downwards. So feeling the back of the neck, left shoulder and shoulder blade, softening downwards. Left upper arm, and just feel the bones softening downwards, the flesh, the whole of that left arm, top of the left arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Sense of freedom in the whole of the left arm. Moving back up to the left shoulder, moving over through the spine towards the right shoulder blade melting, right shoulder softening, right upper arm, elbow, lower arm, kind of expanding, relaxing, wrist, palm of the hand, back of the hand, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. The whole right arm releasing, relaxing, supported. Moving back up the arm to the nape of the neck. Moving down the backbone one vertebra at a time. Sensing the ground below the body. And the ribs that lead from the backbone around. The ribs resting on the ground. The middle back, the kidneys, adrenals, all soft and held. The lower back, the sacrum, tip of the tailbone, left buttock, left sitting bone, releasing, right buttock, right sitting bone, releasing, left hip, heavy and soft, left thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. The whole left leg, soft, relaxing, supported. Right hip, right thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the whole foot, the whole right leg, the whole right leg relaxing, soft. Lower abdomen, navel, upper abdomen, breastbone, left ribs, right ribs, heart, space between the collarbones, space between the eyebrows, left arm, right arm, left leg, right leg, whole left side of the body, whole right side of the body, back of the body, everything touching the ground, top of the body, the whole body relaxing, the whole body nourished, the whole body supported. And bring awareness to the breath moving in through the body. And notice the way the body feels on the ground. Expanding into the ground, into the space below you. And sensing the stability of the ground. As you breathe in, sensing down into that ground. As you breathe out, drawing that stability back into the body. And feeling that peaceful moon side of the body, the dark side of the body on the ground. And then bring the awareness to the top side of the body facing upwards. And feel the luminous breath gathering on the front of the body, bringing light, sense of releasing, a sense of lightness. A sense the body breathing into that light. And as you exhale, drawing that light into the body's surface. And releasing the sense of light and dark. And feeling the whole body relaxing on the ground. And then tune into the tips of the fingers, the tips of the toes, the crown of the head. And just feel the energy coming back to those peripheral parts. And feel that gentle, calm energy beginning to move into the body, down through the head. And as that energy enters the body, begin to make gentle movements with the hands, with the feet, with the head. And really slowly starting to move in a way that feels natural to your body. Maybe reaching, stretching, twisting in gentle ways. And when you're ready, rolling on to one side or the other. And when you're ready, making your way back up to seated. And just let the quality of the yin and the nidra sink deeply in. Thanks for practicing together this evening. Have a great Friday evening, and I'll see you next time. I will send out a record